Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ignorant millennials. How you guys doing? Depending on what time of the day you're watching this video, you'll choose which one is appropriate for you. I'm your host, Kat. Not riding around solo today. I got a beautiful, beautiful lady on my left, your right, I believe. You'll forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't really watch our videos. But while we're on the topic of videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And comment also. A comment do wonders for you on YouTube. Your YouTube video just gets recommended everywhere. But anyways, without any further ado, let me allow the lady on my left to introduce herself. Gang, 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 gang.
And you know, I was about to have you. I was just like, why aren't you saying my name? Like, you're saying this beautiful lady. This beautiful lady has a name. But nonetheless, I go by the name of Loverea. Yeah, that's just who I am. I'm your South African sweetheart.
Okay, so
Digital creator / model / voiceover artist / presenter, YouTuber / but I am a powerhouse in the media industry and I'm still about to take over.
yeah. I like the confidence. I like the energy.
Thank you.
Jeez, do you do like presenting?
Yeah. I do presenting. I've been presenting for a while, but I'm not a professional presenter because obviously the opportunities that I've been given have just given me the platform to be able to just showcase my talent. But in the future, I'm hoping to just be able to work more on your SABCs, your Vuzus, your MTV, somewhere like that. But yeah.
Okay. Before we continue with their conversation, I want to take us a couple of years back. Rea, who is Rea? What is Rea? Like, what's the full name?
Nah. And that's a common question. People always ask me, and in my head, I'm always thinking, duh, you should know it's Rea Betswe. But then, there's a lot of Rea, what.
Okay.
But yeah, my full name is Rea Betswe Shongwe. I was born in 1998. Today is officially my birthday. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but yeah, today is my birthday. I was actually born in Botswana.
Yeah.
I was born in Botswana. I'm Swati though, my father's side of the family. Swati.
I was about to say the name.
Every time people are like, I get Tswana mo khonale. Yeah, but my mother is Tswana from Botswana. I was born in Botswana. My father's side is Swati from Swaziland. So I'm a mixed breed. I'm foreign. I have 3 different nationalities, and that's just me, darling. But
so you're a dual passport holder.
Yeah, everything. And the thing is, I don't have family this side, funny enough. So, I always have to travel to, see them. If I have to go to, I want to leave these, social watwats or mang's birthday or grandfathers, I always have to be on the road. So, yeah.
So, you are alone in Johannesburg?
Basically, it's just me and my immediate family. The others are probably in Mpumalanga, the other ones are in the UK, the other ones are, so it's just all over the place type of situation. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I think all of us have been, blessed to have family and if you're fortunate to be able to just have a family, it's a blessing on its own, even if you have to travel all the time.
Okay. So now you're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? What do you do on Instagram?
So Instagram is a tricky foundation for me, right? Funny enough, I've actually never always liked Instagram. I don't want to lie to you. I make it look like I like Instagram, but personally speaking, for me, I love my private space. I love everything being private. I love winning low-key. I'm just a low-key person. But now, obviously, what I've got to understand about social media, especially Instagram, is that it's a platform for you to showcase your talents, right? So, for example, in this day and age, if you want to be someone who's a digital creator, that's your CV, basically, So people, instead of now going to your emails or whatever the case is, they actually want to be able to just go to your social and see how you interact with other people, what you do, what you're all about. And that's how now, your advertisers or your marketers try to find people instead of going through the old route of emailing or having to, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Instagram for me is actually work more than it is personal. I try to make it personal by being goofy and being myself. Obviously, you'll see that more on my stories, but on my feed, it's more of just, taking content, working with fashion brands or working with digital brands or whatever the case is. So people just always say, dude, you're very beautiful, but maybe you should try smile often. So someone literally went through my feed. I forgot who it was. They were like, dude, the last time you smiled was in 2020, February. I'm like, do I look that serious? Do I look, they're like, yeah, did you look intimidating? But just smile often. So you get to learn from people,
Yeah.
Take this, take that type of situation.
Like viewers, I just want to say if you've been on the Instagram page, I can tell you, Brush is tall, eh?
Am I tall? Oh, yes, because Wait, so when you see me on social, do I look tall?
Yes, you look
And
tall.
then
I can
in
confirm.
person,
Yes.
am I taller?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm a tall person since primary school. Imagine when a boyfriend take on somebody and they just short and they're like, how you guys? Like it is what it is, darling. You know what I mean? But yeah.
What did you mean? You had a short boyfriend?
No, not that I had a short boyfriend, but like, you know, when you had a crush on someone
Yeah.
like at a young age,
Yeah.
but like now people always be like, how
Yeah.
chomi, but you're taller. But it's
Yeah.
just like, I can't help it. But now that I'm older, everybody's actually taller than me. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
obviously you, Shem.
Ish,
we just,
ish,
you know.
ish.
But you embrace the height, right?
Who, me?
You, yeah, like
All the
it's,
time.
it is
All
what
the
it
time.
is. Yes.
So then, like, when one looks through your Instagram feed, they see, okay, like, she models, she does campaigns and everything else. Like, how does one break out, like, to become, like,
sure.
into the brand that you've built for yourself?
You know me, I've been branding for a very long time. But if one wants to be able to become a digital creator or just be able to work with brands, I really feel like there's a couple of things that I would advise. But because I'm a freelancer, I haven't worked with any agencies, I haven't been signed under anyone, I haven't approached
Why?
brands. Because I'm more of the DIY type of girl, you know.
Okay.
I feel like if there's an opportunity for me to create my brand from scratch, then
Yeah.
that's what I'll do type of
Yes.
situation. So what I basically did is that I really invested in my equipment. I had to save on the cameras. I had to save on. To become a digital creator, you have to have some sort
Yes.
of budget. You
Yes.
can't just enter
Yes.
it thinking, unless you're fortunate and
Yeah.
you know, those parents who like
Yeah.
just say, here
Yeah.
you go. But
Yeah.
if you're someone who's independent and you're starting from scratch,
Yes.
it requires you to just invest more in your equipment. Also, it's very important to work on your quality of your
Yes.
images in order
Yes.
for you to be attracted by a lot of brands. If you want to, you can reach out to brands, you know, but if people see your work and what you're doing, they will approach you and say, listen, we'd like to work with you with 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Do you mind just wearing this? Do you mind just doing that?
Yes.
You know, commercials or
Yes.
whatever the case is. So
Yes.
that's just how I basically build up my brand. So if one wants to be able to get to that point, it's a matter of believing in yourself first and foremost. Secondly, you need to do your research about what it is you want to do, find your niche.
Yes.
Thirdly, apparently you have to be extremely consistent. I've been lacking in that department for a very long time, but I still be killing it. It's only now that I'm learning how to be
Yes.
consistent, you
Yeah.
know. But also your presence, your personality, being yourself, it requires you to just be able to present yourself as you are, and you'll start to
Yeah.
gravitate the right people towards you.
That's very true.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if, think about it this way, like if I had to be someone else, automatically I'm a nobody.
Yes.
Because then we can see that you're not being who
Yes.
you are. But if you become yourself, you give so much room for other people to be themselves around you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So yeah.
So then, which year do you decide to like start your own Instagram or start to refocus your Instagram? Like, okay,
Yeah.
I need this to make money now.
Okay,
Or-
so I've always liked money,
Yes.
ne? So it's always been a thing. Me and
Yeah.
money, we are best friends. It has never changed. But where I really wanted to take it seriously, I think it's when one of these brands reached out to me and said, "Hi, listen, can you just repost this on your story or whatever
Yeah.
the case is?" And I was like, "Okay." And they'd be like, "They're gonna pay me." I'm like, "Huh? Y'all want to pay me money? You want to pay me to post? I'll do that for you," type of situation. So I realized that with these small opportunities that I got, it gave me room to make money out of it. And then that's when I was like, okay, I want to start taking this thing extremely seriously, because I can be able to do this instead of doing a 9 to 5. So I didn't like 9 to 5 type of situation. So I was just like, if this is what I have to do in order to make money and put food on the table, then it's also important for me to start taking it
What's
seriously.
the reaction at home?
What's the reaction at home?
Yeah, like at home when you tell them this, do
I
they
don't-
know what you do at home?
They do know, they have an understanding, but I don't think they really know. It's only recently when they're starting to see the brands that I'm working with. So obviously it started off with when I was working with Trace. With Trace, it was more obviously of your commercial sides,
Yes.
doing, you know, adverts,
Yes.
also taking pictures for them, and they were
Yes.
just like, okay, cool, no, this son is doing the most. Especially when, imagine your parents seeing you on TV, this
Yes.
just like,
Yeah.
okay, this child is serious about
Yeah.
her career, you
Yeah.
know. And then more brands started approaching and approaching, then they started to understand what it means. But I think the problem is when you keep saying every day, I'm shooting, They're like, what are you shooting?
Yeah.
When is it finishing? Like, why?
You're
Why are you
shooting a reality show.
Do you understand? Is it? And I want a reality show, so on God.
Yeah. Okay. So then, like, do you have like any elder or younger siblings?
I am the firstborn in my family. I have a younger brother.
That explains the, like, you know, the
Which means
hustler.
that, oh yes, you don't have a choice. We sort of guys go tata because your brother will be like, yo, Ria, I want a Jordan's, kinyaka, and you're just like, yo. Because I feel like being
take him to China.
Do you understand? No. He will notice, and everybody will notice that. And I don't know, like Chinatown is not a bad place. Like I don't mind getting a couple of things from there, but there's certain things I just can't get. Shoes.
Yeah.
I can't get fake Nikes. I'd rather suffer with one, real one, than to be getting 5, 10 of them. And do you understand? It's just not the real thing.
Okay, so you have a younger brother.
Yeah, I have a younger brother. It's just the two of us.
Okay.
I'm the firstborn, obviously. I'm responsible for everything. I'm the glue to the family. Without me, it's just like.
So,
you know.
would you say you're a slay queen?
Oh no, but that is
Why?
one of the assumptions people have of me. It's either I'm a slay queen, I'm a gold digger, I am, do you understand? If you look like money and you carry yourself well, I understand why you'd want to assume that I am. But to correct you, darling, I am not a slay queen. I'm just a hustler. That's just what I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, as you say that, I'm sure those DMs, like, if one goes and sips through those DMs.
You're verified, they're online. But I'm just not that person, unfortunately. Because like for me, my career is not to chase fame. It's more to just have an impact the right way and just be able to have that influence, you know,
But it's
over
not
people.
chasing fame.
What do you mean it's not chasing fame?
Like, even me as I am right now, right? How, if Amanda Dupont or somebody like that slides in my DM, I'm
You're going to entertain them.
Because I had a crush on them before.
Yeah, it's that part is
or
nice
I liked
because
them before.
yeah, that part is nice where you're saying, man, I used to grow up liking this person
Yeah.
or this one, this one.
Yeah.
Now all of you are in the
Yeah.
DMs type of situation.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like if it's not work related or it's not like a genuine connection, then I don't want it. Because for a girl, think about it this way.
Yeah.
When I give Amanda,
Yeah.
now I won't say names, but
Yeah.
let's just say Mr. Big Guy.
Yeah.
Now he hits
Yeah.
me up and then you know, you're thinking that it's genuine.
Yeah.
Kanti, you know what they
Yeah.
want. You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
They're trying to smash or they're
Yeah.
trying to like, you know, spoil you with money or just
Yeah.
make you a trophy type of situation. And if I fall into that trap, then I'll forever be labeled as the slay queen. So
So are you saying all these guys are not looking for a relationship, the ones that are sliding in your DMs? The
they
verified
probably
ones?
are. They really are, Shem. I've had a couple who are like, you know, genuine and they're really trying, but I just like, dog, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not interested. And besides, personally, I wouldn't want to date someone in my industry. Like, I just don't want that. I don't want that Jay-Z and Beyonce vibes. Shout out to them. But I don't think I can because then now our lives are literally in the public eye 24/7.
Yeah.
People will always want to try interfere in your guys' relationship. And then it's just always, at least now I come home, for example, I come home, I'm talking about media, people in my industry. When I work logistics, politics, like we don't have an understanding, but we support each other type of situation. So it's always interesting. You're always learning something new. So now today, if I come home and you're talking about that song or we're talking about that person, it's just.
And your man? Do you have a man? Listen, if I'm him right now, I'm like, why she's stuttering? Is she ashamed of me?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Honestly speaking, like I love to keep my relationship and my love life and all of that stuff private, including my own, like people I'm really, really close to, I like to protect them. Like I don't want to be putting them out there because I think for me from a very young age, I've seen people literally try to sabotage you know, me as a person or try to have that influence with my friends and all these other things, which is really frustrating. So I wouldn't want to put them in the mix of that. I'm strong. Me, I can handle the drama.
Yeah.
But imagine now my husband or my boyfriend, these people just come in now and they start sending pictures or they try to tell him, you know, you're loose or you this or you that or you're not rich enough or you.
Yeah.
It's not nice because then it affects the self-esteem and then it affects the relationship or it affects, you understand? So
How does he feel about Instagram?
I think he's just very supportive, honestly speaking. He's just very supportive. He understands the game.
About lo check the DM nyana?
No, I feel like if you want to do that, you're going to break your heart because it's a matter of it's either you trust me or you don't. I can give you the phone and say, here you go, check. But then when you check, you must understand that, hey, there are people who are hungry. They are fighting.
Does he not like get like, oh babe? You know, like recently, so we also had this as a topic on our YouTube channel. We had a guest for that also.
Yeah.
So you know how like ladies, you guys do it now on the gram.
You don't show.
No, you're right. Craving some pizza tonight. somebody who loves me, buy me
pizza?
Yeah, or buy me this T-shirt, buy me whatever, and so forth. Is he aware of those? Do you post that?
No, I really don't, to be honest. I really don't, because obviously if you do post that, you will attract what you want. And sometimes when you attract it, you won't know how to handle it. Do you understand? Because they'll send you pizza and then send you 100K at the same time. Do you understand? Now you're like, okay, what does that mean, or what do I do type of situation? So I would rather post what I'm eating and saying I had the cravings either because I bought it by myself or because the people that are close to me bought it for me. Okay. Does that make sense? But maybe once upon a time in my life I did, but I don't think it had that impact at that point in my life.
Okay, all right. So do you receive money like randomly from from niggas?
No, I haven't. But
no, like in the sense that obviously, like like right now as a nigga, like sliding the DM.
Yeah.
It seems like it's you deserve 50. Like
yes, let me tell you what I think. The one that really like I was just like shook with, because I realized maybe pretty privilege is really a thing. Like pretty privilege is actually a thing, to a point whereby there was someone who was just like to me, hey, can you just send me your number? I just want to give you money for being pretty.
Yeah.
It's like, is this a thing? Like, this is normal? Like, do people? I'm old age. You need to understand.
20.
I'm young, but in my head, mentally, me, I'm old school. Do you understand? So, for me, when people just want to offer you money or they want to take you out, or someone will say, nah, dude, let's travel. I'm just like, you don't even know me. Like, you don't know me. I don't know you. You can try to human traffic me, kill me or something. God knows what could probably happen. So for me, honestly speaking, even if people do want to offer money, which probably some do, some want to take me out to dinner, some want to buy me cars, but I just prefer not to, because if it's not, then no. And I know most guys' intentions also.
Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is a liar. I want to put her on record.
Okay, you can say it, Chef. And if you want to see my DMs, I'll show you.
And this is why I'm saying she's a liar.
Why?
She says she loves money.
I love money for myself.
She doesn't accept money.
No. Let me explain something to you. I'm the type of person, I'm more on the giving side than I am on the receiving, right?
Yes.
So for me, it's always like, it's strange when someone wants to give me something. I'm just always like, what do you want?
Nigga, you take it and you bounce.
Yes, you take it and you bounce, but I'm not that person. So it takes time for me to gravitate towards something that's given to me, because I'm always used to being the one that goes out for people. When someone needs this, I give. And being a firstborn, it's also that type of situation where you always kind of have to like deliver, you know? So I like money. I like to work hard for my money so that I can give myself whatever it is that I want, instead of depending on the next person type of situation. But if it's from people I love, I don't mind. You can give me the money, which really doesn't happen a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell them I'm not lying. Yo.
And she's not lying. Although I've not seen those DMs, I'll believe she's not lying.
And it's hard to believe, because when you like a girl that is beautiful or whatever the case is, automatically people just assume you're that person that just is just always,
Okay, that's very true.
Yeah,
that's very
I'm
true.
not that person.
So what is the vision for Rhea?
The vision for Rhea for 2021, moving forward, honestly speaking, this year is just to work with more international brands. I've just been grateful enough to work with brands that are well known, and it's not only strictly relating to your fashion or whatever, but it's more of your tech side. I'm currently working with Hisense, and there's amazing things happening. Working with Trace was amazing as well. Did a commercial this year, earlier this year. I worked with SABC as well. So if I can, let's just go internationally.
This is all with no agent.
No agent. Hustler, sweetie. That's what makes me different. Honestly speaking, I feel like I've always believed that what's meant for me will find me. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, you can be that person that goes out there and gets whatever it is that you want. But personally speaking, for someone who's very spiritual, I do believe that God has certain plans for me. And I'm going to trust them in the process, so that if I know that this is meant for me, it will come to me. If it's not, it'll go, type of situation. What I can do is only control myself and what I give out to the world, and then it'll come back.
So who do you look up to, Rhea?
Who do I look up to?
Dog,
it's me.
Who is like, listen, this is somebody industry-wise.
Industry-wise in my media.
Yeah.
Honestly,
so it's not limited, of course, because you're not on Instagram.
Yes,
You're more than that.
Yeah, true,
We've definitely picked it up from today's conversation. that you're quite a powerhouse there.
I'm
hey?
a powerhouse. I really am, and I'm still gonna. Yo.
Yeah, so when we look at the whole entertainment, because you're in the entertainment industry.
That's what I mean.
So-
If there's one person, I think if there's one individual that I would like to say I aspire to be in the same career path, I think it has to be Nomzamo.
Nomzamo Bata.
Yes,
Okay.
Nomzamo Mbata is my girl simply because she's not just doing things for herself.
Yeah.
I mean, when we look at her from the beginning, she started off in Isibaya, and Isibaya led to that, and then she did a bit of that and that. But most importantly, the fact that she's also been, in the UN working with refugees and helping people out in the world, for me means a lot because I've always aspired to be the person that can always give back to the next person, because if you have something, you need to understand there are people who are less privileged as you. So I want to be able to follow in those footsteps. I mean, also look at the international movie that she did, Coming to America. She was also involved in that, and I'm just like, that is where I want to be. That's where I see myself going, because that right there is the vision. I see myself internationally. Let me just say that,
Okay. Well, Instagram is an international platform, so
It
has already started.
It really is.
I just hope, like Nomzamo, you wouldn't say your boyfriends are your friends, your best friends, and keep it at that.
Let's
Okay.
hope so. Let's hope so. But yeah.
All right. So then what has been like, obviously when people are watching this and whatever, they're probably wondering, so for a campaign, what is the biggest paycheck you've gotten for it?
I
And
can't
what's the
disclose.
least?
Jeez.
No, you don't have to disclose the brand.
Yeah, I can't also, but I also don't wanna. You imagine I put people now. People are gonna start sending me messages. Kupa 2K, kupa yo kishataka. Do you understand what I mean?
But you're not looking at it from the right angle.
Okay,
Area.
so
you're looking at it from. Let's look at it from the Nomzamo UN angle.
Okay.
Yes, you're helping others out.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Others who want to, like who are inspired by your story.
Yeah.
But now they want to see, like, ish.
is it possible to make money out of
Me
campaigns?
going to go into this mission.
Yeah.
What are the price that I'll pay, and what is the reward?
Yeah.
And so forth.
Okay, so with relating to campaigns, there are different ranges depending on clients' budgets and obviously how well known the brand is.
Yeah.
But I'll just mention one of the ones that I currently did recently,
Yeah.
but they literally just paid me 15K.
15K. And
Yeah, that's
this
just
was
to repost.
To repost.
To repost 2 videos, and that's it.
Like
So
videos, when you say videos, are we talking like 5, 10 videos, or are we talking like 2 videos?
I like 2, 3 videos.
2, 3 videos.
And probably 2, 3 stories here, there, and this and that.
My
But
word.
so for 15K, yeah, it's possible to make
My
money.
word.
It's possible to make money, and there are so many other campaigns as well. Some will be 10, some 15, some 20, and sometimes even some that are like 5 or 10 or whatever the case is. If you add all of them up, you can literally walk away with like 30 to 50K in a month. But let me tell you the downfall about campaigns. The problems with these campaigns is sometimes they pay you within 10 days, 30 days, or 45 days. So
After posting.
Yes, after posting. So if when only chalete in your account, then you are messed up because you're gonna have to wait the next month to get it. So yeah, that's just the only downfall. But besides that, it's amazing. I think it's imagine when you just wake up in the morning and they just say, please post 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, done.
Yeah.
And then
Like-
tomorrow, cling, cling. Or
Yo.
like next month,
Done,
you
yeah.
sorted. Whereas that's someone's paycheck for the month or for the year.
Okay. So what is the sacrifices you would say you have made, or that you currently are also making in terms of being in this industry that's taking away from your life, you feel, or that you're sacrificing from your life?
Oh, yeah. I think one of the biggest sacrifices for me personally is the fact that I have to stand my ground all the time.
Yes.
I'm in an industry where, mind you, the media is actually kind of filthy type of situation. So the media industry is a great platform for you to showcase who you are, especially when you're talented, right? But now, this is a side a lot of people don't tell you, that it's dark, that it is dirty. You understand? Like, there are people out there who come to you in the public eye and make it seem like they are these angelic people with love and light, but when you meet them behind closed doors, they're completely different people. So now, especially when it comes to men, for me in my industry, is having to make sure that you are respected. So when people see you, they don't see you as a loose hand who's just out here trying to work their way up by opening their legs, which is very hard because now you don't want to be perceived as that person. So you try by all means to make sure that you stand your ground. You set respect for yourself. So for example, someone will say, I have an opportunity for you, it's 100K type of situation. This is what's required of you. And then they start flirting with you. And then they say, if you want to get this job, you have to sleep with me. And then now you're thinking to yourself, okay, so what am I going to do? Am I going to take this offer, sleep with this person, work my way up? Or do I just leave all of this, as much as it's a lot of money, but I don't want to be that person. I don't want to get to the top. And then when young girls ask me, how did you get to this? How did you? And then I'm lying to them, not knowing that I actually fell under that trap of working my way up to the top in the wrong way. So that's one of the biggest sacrifices that I constantly have to deal with, to say that there are amazing opportunities out there for me. But the only problem I have is the fact that I will lose some because people have the wrong intentions.
Okay.
What else? Oh, then obviously time with my loved ones. Sometimes I miss out on a couple of things here and there. It's nothing hectic or heavy, but at the same time, it's just like sometimes I wish I could be more present. But now this job will say, we need you to be on set on whatever the case is, and that. So yeah, you miss out on a couple of intimate moments, and sometimes you have to put yourself first as well. Sure, which is the hardest thing. I'm still learning how to do that till this day, to learn how to put myself first and focus on my career. So yeah, if it means certain things have to be put on the side, then that's what it is. It is what it is, because long term, when I get there, I'll have more freedom, more money, more time, you know. So yeah, those are just the few sacrifices that I have to. But number one, it had to be with obviously dealing with people who expect you to just...
Do you think there's anything that can be done to change that in the industry?
I think the only thing for me that I can try to do is obviously create opportunities for more females to be able to work with me, create a bigger brand for myself, because Loverea is actually registered. I registered, I think, 2 years ago. So what I'm trying to do with it is obviously take it to bigger and better heights by having a studio of my own and, you know, creating videography for like other people to work with me, or photography as well, and all these other things. So that's my goal, to be able to create platforms for women to come and work with other women, to avoid having to deal with certain influences by people in the media industry.
Okay.
Hey, it's tough, but I mean, someone has to do something, right? Like someone has to do something about it. So I'm trying my best, but for me to get to that point, I obviously have to do what I need to do now to create that platform for other people.
It makes sense. It actually makes a lot of sense. Then in terms of your relationship with other influencers, how's that?
I actually don't have a lot of relationship with influencers, hey?
Oh, okay.
It's crazy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I'm so in my own lane that I don't really gravitate towards the crowd.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I'm more of the person, like I said earlier on, like what is meant for me will find me. So the right people will come to me, or if it's a mutual thing, or I meet you somewhere and like the conversation is, and we click, then shout out. But this thing of like reaching out to a lot of influencers and whatever the case is, I'm not.
Okay.
It's tough. Okay. It's tough for me. And besides, look at me. People think I'm mean already. So who would want to come reach out to me?
Okay.
Apparently I'm intimidating. Did you find me intimidating at the beginning? Don't lie. Tell the truth. Did you find me? Yes. You see? So it's things like that.
But that was because of your height, and I'm short.
Okay, too cheesy. Okay, hi. All right, okay.
All right. So before we wrap it up, like,
sorry. I am open to meeting with anyone who wants to get to know me as influencers, or whichever industry you come from. But yeah, let's work, because I'm about the work. Like.
Okay. So before we wrap it up, I'm gonna ask you like 5 questions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So these are just random 5 questions. They could have an A and B answer, or they just need a full answer.
Or no comment.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't take no comments.
Is it?
Did you not hear when I started the video? I even told the subscribers to go and comment.
Okay.
So we don't take no comments.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So Is this so that people can just get to know a different side of you
Okay.
or whatever, know you better?
Okay.
Right? So, what was the worst date experience that you've had?
The worst date experience. Question is, do I even go out on dates? Let's start there, perhaps. The worst date experience. I really have to think. I have to think.
Okay.
Okay, let me think. So I think I went out like, this was a long time ago. I went out, right? And then they were just like, let's have lunch type of situation. And yeah, the conversation is not flowing. And for me, like one of the no-nos for me is like a bad breath. So imagine someone is trying to like lean in towards you and the breath is just not allowing. And it was just bad. It was terrible. But I tried to respect the person. I didn't say it to their face either, but.
So did you push them?
I did.
Sure.
Nicely. Just distance myself a bit. But yeah,
Okay.
that was the worst for me. Like, conversation was not flowing, bad breath,
Okay.
no movement, no
Yeah.
direction, no. I like intellectual conversations. So for me, if I'm gonna be around you and you're just not gonna talk things that make sense, I get bored automatically. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. Speaking of bad breath, what's your most embarrassing moment?
I have so many, but I think the one that will forever be number one highlight. I was in high school, right? So I had to walk home type of situation. It was around winter time. So obviously, we have like our skirts and we have our stockings and. So as I'm walking home, I'm seeing guys busy hooting. Babe, 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 babe. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? I don't understand. It's like, hey, when I see, I'm just like, these people, why are they being extra? Maybe they feeling me or something like that. Kanti, this taxi driver, he stops the car and he says, pull your skirt down. So my skirt was hooked to my bag and like my panty was showing the whole time as I was walking. I was just like,
Shout out to that taxi driver.
oh, he helped me. In that instant, he helped me. So it was really embarrassing. But luckily, I wasn't around like my friends or whatever. It was just cars passing by who saw me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, for a holiday, would you like a beach holiday or a safari holiday?
I would really love a beach holiday. For me personally, I've always wanted to also own a home whereby I know that I stay literally beachfront. Very important. Even if I go on holiday, I want to see the beach. There's just something calm about the beach.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there's just something so calm about it. So yeah.
Okay. Now that makes plenty of sense.
And water heals you, I think. Whether it's through sound or drinking it or whatever, there's just something about water that just purifies you as a person.
So would you say ancestors or God or both?
For me, it's God. For me, it's God alone, only God. And I know and I respect, I think the difference between me is that I respect other people's beliefs. I don't have to believe in what you believe in, but for me personally, it's God. I believe it's only God. When it comes to ancestors, I think I wouldn't really say that I go to the graveside or I madlozis or whatever that other people do. But I do just believe the fact that they did pave the way for me so that I could be alive today and continue my journey to becoming better for many generations to come. So for me, it's just to acknowledge the fact that I do have people that came before me and that obviously gave birth to my grandmother who gave birth to my mother and then came me type of situation. So I acknowledge that part, but anything else, no. I believe in God. I feel like in my belief that there's only one master and that's him.
Ooh, okay. That's very true. That's very true. So then for you, like obviously.
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at the question I wanted to ask, but I'm thinking perhaps I should skip it because I feel it's gonna be that no comment.
No, ask.
So, so what's the one way like somebody can grab your attention?
I will mention one way, the recent one. Till this day, we even gave him a nickname, right? So we call him Uncle Dinosaur, right? So this guy on my Instagram was so creative in terms of how he grabbed my attention. to a point whereby till this day, like I wouldn't mind meeting up with this person and having lunch or whatever the case is, not because I have an interest in him, but just for the sake of creativity. So you know what he did? Yeah. So this guy follows me, obviously, right? So then he created a close list group situation. He tagged me under that close list, and then he asked, he's like, guys, there's this girl that I have a crush on. Please tell me how many cows or how many dinosaurs does she need? So people had an option to vote how many cows or how many dinosaurs. So a lot of people said dinosaurs. And that dinosaur obviously makes sense because dinosaurs are extinct. Like there are no dinosaurs anymore. So the fact that most people said dinosaurs for me goes to verify the amount of worth that I am. To a point whereby you'd go the extra mile to find something that doesn't even exist.
Oh my word.
Does that make sense? I was just like, it's like, that is creative. So I was just like, you know what, all the best when it comes to this. If you can find those dinosaurs, then we'll have a conversation. You know what I mean? So then he literally went back and he's like, guys, she managed to like, you know, speak to me or whatever the case is. And I was just like, wow. So I went on my live about it and I was just like, how to shoot your shot in 2021. This is what you gotta do to do the things. And as I'm talking about it, a lot of people are so interested in this conversation and they were just like, bring him back to your live. He must answer questions. He must answer. We already know how many dinosaurs. Okay, we can't find these dinosaurs. So how many cows does he? I was just like, wow, guys.
I'm just hoping a date is happening.
I don't know about that part, but yeah. We can link up. I'd like to actually do a YouTube video about it. Like a young
that's
vlog.
what I was thinking also.
Yeah,
Yes,
you see,
can
great
vlog the
minds
date.
think alike. Just vlog the date, say how someone shoots their shots, how it turned out, the conversation, was it good or bad? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that maybe.
Okay, okay. So just to wrap it up, from your side, what would be like your closing words or any advice or any information of maybe people how they can contact you, anything you want to promote, just anything?
Promotion, they have to pay me first and foremost. But besides that, I think the only thing that I want to say to people right now, I feel like with the whole COVID situation, it has affected us in so many ways to a point where our mental health is not in a good space. But however, I do believe in the part how, you know how people just say we move type of situation. So in everything you do in life, you just have to keep moving. And people need to understand that with the gifts and talents we've been given, it is our responsibility. And it's also an opportunity to actually make sure that it turns into a reality. Simply because the next person is literally waiting on you for them to start their own journey, the same way someone else saw potential in me. So I really feel like people need to understand that their purpose here on earth is not just to flex, it's not just to live their best life, but to literally try by all means to impact not just themselves but the next person, because at the end of the day we are all on this earth for each other, and the best weapon is love. That's why I call myself Loverea, because I believe that with love anything can be accomplished.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady speaks with so much passion, so much positivity,
wisdom, guys,
energy.
Like that's just how life is. Like how many dead cells have we been experiencing, gems and this and that? So yeah, let's just move with love, guys. That's all I can say.
Well, you definitely do speak with love and move with love itself. That much I can definitely tell. Rhea, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing us the time and privilege of.
Let's create a handshake. Come up with a handshake. So how do we do it? You have to say like this is one, and then what's next? Okay, let's 1, 2, 3, ga, and then ga.
No. I don't like that.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, so
okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
And
then
hectic, then social distancing. I want a social distancing. Just thank you so much for having me. Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So the whole ignorant.
Oh, the name. Oh, okay.
How did it come about?
Oh, so the name basically, like when we started the channel, or when we thought of starting the channel, is because generally, you know how people perceive millennials as being ignorant in a sense.
Compared to Gen Z and whatever.
So it was that, and obviously the whole purpose of the show is like, weird enough, is to educate us millennials about different things and whatever. So it's not we just, if you look at most of our YouTube channel, videos and so forth, generally the whole aim of it is to educate and empower people. That's what it is. So
see, we're on the same WhatsApp group.
Yes. So the name Ignorant Millennials is just like, okay, we're ignorant to this particular topic. That's why we
Yes.
have you here.
Okay.
So that's why even
That's
maybe
amazing.
to some of like whichever guest we have, maybe some of the questions they'll be like, nigga, you didn't know that.
Yeah, or
Whatever.
you didn't.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we would even have topics like, okay, when you buy a car, what you should look out for and whatever.
So, and there's always so
forth.
much to learn. So yeah. No, thank you
So
for that, guys.
the whole purpose
Grateful.
is basically that.
Educate, impact, laughter, laugh.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
what it is. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow.
Comment. Comment.
Comment and
Very-
follow.
And follow.
Love.
Rea.
Yeah. And we out.
Peace. Peace.